All right, welcome to another Genshin stream, and on the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hello Lars, and YouTube chat, hello Reffert. 12 hours ago, apparently. Yeah, welcome to another Genshin stream, where we'll basically, hopefully, begin with, or finish off this story, rather. We still have a little to go. After the stream last week went actually quite far, because turns out they just lock you into the game for 4 hours, basically. Yeah, that one took a little longer, but this means this one will be shorter, but I think that basically guarantees that we will be able to get through the main story, or the rest of the main story today. But anyway, first off, we need to discuss the plan with everyone. So let's just do it. I think for that I just need to go out here. And then basically go here. Yep, there they were. And I think that basically means we're gonna have to discuss what we're gonna do with Rerir, especially with that 2-hour countdown we have.
Leave the designated area.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly,
Alright, now,
consumed by hatred,
that's...
both for the moon and for his enemies.
So basically they're gonna discuss what to do. By the way, I'm a little surprised. Now, between the first stream and this one, the next live stream, actually the next special program, I'm a little surprised well, technically yes, but technically no. I didn't watch the trailer or anything, but I did see that there were 2 more story arcs that they are gonna release next version. So that'll be interesting. I think that technically means Song of the Welkin Moon has gone the furthest. At least in terms of act numbers, I guess. But let's see, anyway.
Out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
So let's have a quick look, actually. Basically, I think they've decided to group up in specific groups. Yeah, Albedo and Durin are already doing something. We'll see about that.
Behind you as well.
And the rest of you?
But I probably
No
on.
objections? All right.
I was
Then it's
confused for a
settled.
moment because
This is
it
the plan we're
looked
going
like
with.
as if the traveler had
Next up,
denture enabled
no
for
tradition of
some
mine.
reason.
Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
That would have been very weird.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
I guess so, but you probably shouldn't.
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
I mean, if anyone
A
says
very
no, this would be...
people-first approach.
I mean, I guess if
I hear
this
that's
goes
common
wrong, then
practice
Nod-Krai
in
would
the
have
Knights
a
of Favonius.
big issue on its hand anyway.
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only
Well, that's a
work
little
if
awkward.
everyone does their part. Flints and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
Well, she has been around, hasn't she?
It's not
For
often I get called Dory in
some
a work
reason.
context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Interesting. I mean, I'm basically all the characters have like one-word names in Genshin, apart from, or at least public ones, the ones that I usually refer to in-game with. Exception is in Asuma, where there's a lot of characters with two names, which is or full names basically. It's like first name, last name, which in my opinion was weird. Like I do realize that it's, I guess, part of the thing, but still a little weird.
Okay.
And I'm not referring to like
I'm
Yamiko
actually
or
only
something
here as
like
a
that. I'm
favor for
referring to
someone else.
like,
Do you have any idea how much
Um,
it would cost to hire me otherwise?
what was her name again? I mean, one example would be Cookie, who has like her full name as the actual character name, or Kokomi, which is like the worst offender.
Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said
Oh?
Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nod-Krai is gonna go down the drain.
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something
Who
bad
is
might
that?
happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once. Never lost so big in my life.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in
To
the
be honest,
pendant,
for me it looked
but I'll
like it was
make up
literally
to you.
destroyed. But, I mean, I guess if, as long as it's fine,
You will?
then sure, why not? Or,
Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set, and we call it even.
I don't think that's something she's gonna go for.
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Rerir of Solnari. Deal?
Yeah, I would probably think about that twice.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
Although, what would happen if you just let him fray somewhere else that's not Nod-Krai? What would happen then?
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling
Just put him
it
on
won't
that
be around
island
much
where they
longer.
were the
I guess we'll see in a couple of
what
days.
was the name of the thing again? Basically it wasn't Abyss. The thing which is made for like high tier with the 12 levels basically. That island in the east. Just drive there and see how he's gonna cope. Hope he won't get out of the island.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find
You'll
a new
never
business
know.
opportunity on the other side.
That's for sure. With an action plan in place, everyone chats among themselves before going their separate ways to get started on their work. You and Paimon decide to check in, and the text disappears before I can read it. And to see how each stage of the preparations are going. Look for Dory. Where is she at? Oh, there. Oh, right. At her store.
Dory, how are things going? Feeling ready?
Hopefully.
Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity like this slip by?
What is going to all happen to that offer? I mean, no way Nefer would accept that in offer in regular
Don't
circumstances.
forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all, even higher than the sellers taking advance orders. Ta-da! See? It's right here!
What is that?
So pretty! Did you make it?
Dory is certainly the one with a ton of trinkets that you may or may not need at some point. I had no idea you were so skilled with your hands.
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer. Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them for you. That's not the full
Bringing up
story.
all these side
It
characters,
actually
well,
started
I
a
guess
while
he's
back as
technically not a
project
side
between me and
character.
the
Anyway.
Dendro Archon.
Oh,
Mage
she
Alice
has
once warned me
involvement.
that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology.
I do
that could
wonder
keep
what
people
we'll see
safe.
happen
I won't go into the
throughout
details
the
because
main
it's all
or
very
throughout the rest of
complicated.
the story,
But if you
right?
want to know more,
Because
you can
if
ask the
you
Dendro Archon
think about it
sometime.
more in depth, well, we're technically not more in depth, but basically, I am looking forward to what we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping that we'll get into more detail within Song of the Welkin Moon already. I could see, well, since Naya would be the last regular region, and then I believe, based on that one trailer shared at the very beginning of the game, I think. What was the next? Was it Canaria or if you look, I think it was Canaria.
Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon.
But in my
who asked
opinion, it
Kaveh
does
to
feel
build this
like
little
that
contraption. As one
it's
of the top
becoming
Kushar
more and more
talents,
clearer
he
that
was the
we are
obvious
heading
choice.
towards some kind of big point at some point. It'd probably be a while though. Let's see.
Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs.
Surprised that
before producing the
Sumeru
final
is quite
product.
involved though, or at least up to a
That's
point
Kaveh
where
for
even
you.
Nahida is involved.
Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities?
Well, probably not.
So nosy. My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
Could be, could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve grave danger.
Well, guess what we got ourselves into.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though.
Who's the
His
housemate?
housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of stuff. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the potential dangers that lie ahead. Huh?
Well, we're
What does
basically
that
going to
mean?
fight against the what appears to be, for now at least, the boss of Nod-Krai, or at least the main
Paimon's just
the
super
main
surprised. This must be the
opponent.
first time we've ever
Of course,
seen
we still don't
Ratchet
really
get
know what's
serious
going
about
on with
something.
with the Fatui and so on. I see, this is not the Lord Sangama Bay we are used to.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. But there are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or showing some kindness. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangamabe is the best
Also, by the
in
way, I
the
think
business.
that's the confirmation. That's a combination who we were talking about
And more
earlier.
than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to face whatever comes.
So back to the pendant, you never intended to ask right back, did you?
Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do, so long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangama Bay business model.
So
Say so.
I guess she doesn't want it back, or at least probably I guess maybe she considers it to be more safe in Nefer's hands, or certainly more useful right now.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. You'll exhaust yourself. Much easier for everyone involved if you just take my word for it. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite assistants.
I guess you might as well do that, even though you're probably busy preparing things. Well, we're back to that map and back to Hisi Island. Based on that location, I think... No, we're just looking for Albedo and Darren. To be fair, Columbiner, I guess, is now walking around Nod-Krai at this point. I was expecting us to go back down into that...
Traveler,
Oh, but never
Paimon,
mind.
It's good to see you.
Right!
Everything going smoothly over here?
I would hope so.
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however,
Oh?
come with some troubling implications.
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
How?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Of course it
Harmless,
does.
Lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
I mean, based on our previous knowledge of, like, the game, everything disappears once it dies, so...
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and
I'm a
of
little
itself,
surprised they can't
it
even
doesn't
do
seem to
something like
possess
that.
anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the Faust Elegy. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today. It's a strange mix.
He
The
is...
furious energy
That
of
is
an
true.
abyssal being channeled
I
through a
think we'll
fractured
probably...
physical existence, a
Well,
consequence of
I'm not
being torn
sure.
apart by an
I
unknown
would hope
power.
that we'll find out more about him. I don't really expect it.
Perhaps the
Personally?
only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely.
With nothing bad with that, although
Back to our research
at some
findings.
point it's probably fine to do a
Essentially, they confirm our
TLDR.
hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form, but in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power.
So if we defeat him, he's basically gone.
Unfortunately, at present,
That's it.
we have no means
Remember
of
what that
completely
appears to be?
eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Rerir of Solnari either.
But is there gonna be an option to just like
That's
calm
it.
him down?
Can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence.
What is that?
It's as if her
What is
creator
that in the
banished her to a
background?
place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, It's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end.
So it sounds like there's much of a
Time to kick off the
solution.
backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
Hopefully.
All
We
right,
do
then.
have plenty of people
Stay
around
safe.
still, so I don't expect much. Well, there's certainly gonna be a lot of trouble, but we'll see. In the meanwhile, Llama and I am missing his name, which is not great, and but we're at least in the First Moon Enclave, but so let's see. Well, that's a lot of names. Farker.
Miss Lauma, is
The
everyone
Warker.
here?
Not Farker, Warker.
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka.
My lady, what are you saying?
Well, we have a little bit of an issue.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nod-Krai. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
So Llama basically
Hey,
gives
everyone.
over
Guess
the
I should
leadership
introduce
for the
myself.
time being, as she's
Well,
obviously
to start
gonna be
with,
busy
I
for a
know my way
little
around the
while.
battlefield. The biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you
Which
safe and
should be
sound.
fine. I mean, if I recall correctly, everyone that was upset by the info that they received a while back has left at this point. And we're switching back to Dainsleif and the Dumb Sled. Everyone getting ready for what's about to come at this point. And there we go. That was an early switch though.
Something on your mind?
I do like the fact that he is now more and
Miss
more involved with the
Columbina,
story.
was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
Well, she has multiple names even, doesn't she?
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainsleif is yours. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about
He's
where
probably
names
one
come
of the
from, or what they mean
most
to people.
rangest people we have
Maybe
met in
something's
game
wrong with me.
yet. You don't really
You're
know where to
different from
place
other
her, I
people.
guess. I mean,
I
we
sensed it the
technically
first
do, but
time we met.
still.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
He probably is. At least I think pretty much everyone else does. I might be wrong, but in my
Difficult to
opinion, they
answer.
do.
I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental.
Which is interesting. It's a little bit of an interesting history he has.
Thank you for your help with the
I mean, we
Rerir
are
situation.
also, while we are digging into
Without your
Rerir's
efforts,
history, we
I
are
never could have
also
learned the hidden truth of his
surprisingly
soul.
digging into his history. Well, maybe not surprisingly, but I mean, we still
You're
are.
welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend.
Yeah, Dainsleif has been basically one of the most or
Betrayed me.
biggest
And I
question
never
marks of the
really
entirety
understood
or
what he was
the
going
entire
through in
story.
life. Some friendship, that is.
Okay. So, do you plan to fight him with us?
It's gonna be difficult for him emotionally, but I hope he
You
does.
see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too.
Gotta agree with this,
Actually,
but I
went
hope
through something
he's
similar
gonna
myself
join
recently.
in.
Something
I wouldn't be
happened that
surprised
changed
if he
my
joins in at the
perspective on a
very end.
situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest.
That was what was said by
And even now,
Sandrone
they still support me.
and or
Which
Sandrone.
means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there? I think they've been listening.
Don't mind us, I guess.
Shall we say hello?
Sure.
Where even are we? It started off quite early. It switched to us when we're still 40 meters away, I think. Wow, surprised. Sorry, we were just concerned about you.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rerir of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time.
That was
But I
interesting.
will seriously consider
Well, to be
joining you.
fair, it's probably difficult for him to, recognize that it's him,
Thank you so
I guess.
much. Everyone will be so grateful to
Or
hear
it would make it even more difficult.
They needn't be.
Because, I mean, they
This
were
was
friends,
something that I was
so,
going to have to face up to eventually.
it's not, to me, it's not surprising that he's struggling.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
While Dainsleif is struggling with that decision, we are switching back to
It's
Niffer.
nearly showtime. Let's go rendezvous with the others.
Oh.
You know the place.
Well, don't mind me collecting this teleporter, and I guess let's also go up here. Which is the wrong location. Wrong direction. Because we are supposed to be going this way. And I might as well collect the Lunar Oculus while we're at. It's something I haven't really done at all. Because I usually don't need to. Or at least I don't really focus on it, to be honest. Okay, there we go. I think I mostly just focus on the story at this point, and that's about it. Anyway, there's Flint's. Llama is not shown, but she should be around, at least based on the images.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Oh, are we surprised?
Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years.
I wonder
felt
how
like the
difficult the
battlefield
fight
was
will
not
be.
where
I
I
would
belonged.
hope that they provide... Oh, or I would even expect it, that they would provide
But
characters.
after waging war against the Wild Hunt for
But at the
so
same
long,
time, I wouldn't be
I
surprised if
came
they
to realize something.
don't.
A
You know?
life of absolute peace is simply
I
not a
think both are
possibility for me.
technically potential things that could happen.
My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
I agree.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
And there she is, Llama, and I
Miss
think...
Lauma.
Was the third pig never? I kind of forgot, but there were 3 pigs we joined.
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. But don't worry. I got enough
Hopefully
sleep in
everything
the
will
end.
be
I'll
fine.
just fine. Please.
Although, to be fair,
just doing my
at this
part.
point the Traveler has witnessed quite a few boss fights.
Never! Over here!
The goods have been delivered and the backup plan is
Aino asked me
underway.
to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary.
So she's basically working as a type of sentry, I
Meanwhile,
guess?
Aino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
Oh.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
Well, I think the chess set is a little shaky on...
The chess set's looking a little unstable.
Well, to be fair, he's probably been building up inside of
It
there.
won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage at a moment's notice.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the option.
Right, turns out we're getting early, a little
I
bit
agree.
earlier.
Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
I guess maybe she's gonna just hide on top of a
Everyone,
mountain
take
of
your
sorts.
positions as soon as the battle
Hopefully.
starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones.
Hopefully
let
we'll
us
get
bring to this fight.
all 3 as playable.
Ready?
Let's go.
Would kind of suck if we didn't.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
Did we open it up? I don't
I
think we
wouldn't
did.
be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Oh. That was a loading screen, which is surprising.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
We do actually get 4 even as playable. Didn't really expect that, to be honest, but I'll gladly take that.
Let me help you guys.
He is quite chunky in terms of health, though. Okay, hang on, that's the water travel. Why is that?
Futile.
I'm a little surprised by the fact that this appears to be the water traveler.
Praise you.
I don't recall changing that. Although I guess maybe that's their intention, because if you think about it, it's mainly Densho, Electro, and then Water Traveler, I guess, which is probably intentional. I just never really used the Densho Traveler though, so that's new to me.
Be silent.
Probably wrong way around, but I'll take that.
The deception ends here.
Futile.
With one heart, we
Well, at least we get a ton of ultimates, so that's fine for me.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Observe.
I'm basically just like
Deceive my
smashing all possible skills we might have.
Are you quite finished?
Nope. It's gonna take us a while to get through here.
No more lies.
What am I supposed to do?
Shall it end?
I would like to know that.
protect you.
I don't think I'm supposed to be there. I do.
When will it be as you foretold?
Oh, I see. So basically, first
How unfortunate. No more lies.
follow her thingies, the deers, and then attack him. Basically.
The long sleep beckons.
Seek within.
For the everlasting forest.
Can't hide the truth.
That's basically what is going on here. Well, it's just gonna take a little while. There are probably better ways to deal with this, to be honest. Maybe like this, I guess.
It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Moonlight betrayed.
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of a combination that we can use, I think. Trying to figure out what's the best way, or like the best pattern to attack, really.
No more lies.
It feels like it might be a combination of... Oh, hang on.
Observe.
Futile.
It's probably a combination of just the elements, I guess. I know that there are elemental reactions between, I think, Electro, Densho,
Moonlight.
later recall that, and of course water. I don't like the water traveler.
It's all futile.
Close your eyes. To dust.
No more lies.
Moonlight.
The mystery
I'm getting the vibe that... Well, Nefer is probably the DPS, I guess, in that sense.
can't hide the truth.
Be silent.
Moonlight. Betrayed. The game of heroics is over.
Now how about no?
Who wants to go first?
But so far we're doing fine. Maybe not.
Get out of my sight!
That's not like I can... Oh!
In my grasp.
You okay?
I see. That's why we have the water
Outside
traveler.
the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lauma! Can you hear me?
Such
Well, we can, sort of.
The voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan.
I don't expect us to win. It's kind of clear. Yeah, there you go. It's just a matter of survive for a while. That's what the game wants us to do. It does not expect us to defeat him. In no circumstances it might expect us to do so.
The deception ends here. Can I the truth?
So it's basically a matter of, I don't know, just keep smashing him until he's done, I guess. But clearly the game is waiting for something.
Can't hide the truth.
Some kind of timers showing up. So, well, it's not showing up, but they're clearly waiting for a timer.
It all adds up.
I would say.
Seek within.
I mean, for now it's been surprisingly fine.
No more lies.
But they were very clearly barely doing any damage.
Can't hide the truth.
Where did he go? Not sure what this is about. The former shield. How? Oh, there it is. I see. So basically just collect these 3 times and that's about it when that happens.
Absurd. Can't hide the truth.
I do wonder when they'll abort it though. We are waiting for something. There's no way they're expecting me to, you know, deplete his entire health bar. Because that would be insane. I mean, they've already given us 2 characters. Or all of the characters, to be more precise. Oh, I did not. I forgot that was a thing.
It all adds up. No more lies. Seek within. Can't hide the truth.
Bombs away!
The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
At least you know we're healing. Or appear to be healing. So that's one advantage for us.
Within.
You can't, game, could you like carry on at this point? That would be much appreciated.
No more lies.
There was that. There it is. And there's the third one.
There's no other way.
Oh, I guess that might be it. Whatever she's doing now. I guess that is indeed what the game was waiting on. And it appears to be a big showdown between Neff and
The
her.
only way to defeat Rerir is to borrow his own power.
Oh.
That means Columbina will have to disappear while you 2 bear the brunt of his attacks.
Columbina will have to disappear.
You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the 2 of you.
So they're gonna be focusing on doing something. Which will now reach to.
Your eyes are bleeding.
But that's probably not good.
Soon you will be powerless to resist.
Oh, to be fair, she was...
I will reduce
I wonder if we'll
you
find out
to
what she was
dust.
unleashing just now.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are. You've backed
We're also
yourself
playing
into a
dialogues
corner.
again.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything.
Feels like Nefer is just basically opening herself
You
up to be
fear
the
what you can
sacrifice.
never defeat. You fear the thought
Which
of
I
never
guess
being
is
able
the
to
plan.
save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rerir.
Is that what you think?
I was a little surprised because these buttons were temporarily disabled up top.
Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid.
And we're getting a cutscene once
Hear
again.
the sound of your own name?
Question, of course, is did we manage to buy
Or
enough
is it what
time?
you've become?
Let's see what
Well, I
becomes
wonder
of
if
you.
maybe Nefer can figure out how to use his memories against him. Maybe that's a thing. We still don't really know what happened to Valindis, which is something to note. And Nefer is certainly not doing... Oh, hang on.
What's happening?
That's something I would like to know as well. Or is that... Nope, that's Albedo. I think we'll probably run
His
into
power is
her
at
though
another
at
level.
some point.
We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
She's
I'll
basically
join you.
asleep
I can
again.
help. If I release enough abyssal
I'd be very
energy in
concerned if
Welkin
that
Moon's
was the
space,
case,
it'll create
you
a
know,
potential
but
difference.
seems to
Power
work.
enough to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with
Feels
everyone's
like
minds
they're
using
basically just...
pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long.
So they're basically
see?
combining everyone into Columbina from
Well
what
enough.
it sounds like. So the battle has basically become...
Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
So the battle has basically become Columbina versus Rerir. What it sounds like. And I don't know what we were just looking at, but... Okay, they're better than Nod-Krai. Didn't expect that.
You use my own power against me?
Just like how
I
you
mean, that's
spoke
probably one of the
Kavaki.
best way to go and
Look
defeat
familiar.
someone. I would like to know what exactly happened. What? Okay. To Nefer, but we'll probably see that after the fight, presumably. Is she just going to throw me onto the moon?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Oh no, or is that... Oh!
Goodbye, Rerir.
So he did help after all, luckily.
We won.
But of course now I would like to know where he went. Is that a portal again where, you know, Valindis and so on like went through? Looked slightly different? I'm not sure though. Yeah, but She's clearly not doing fine.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
Hopefully not dead.
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
Which you know is probably the most important thing from eyes.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it.
I guess she's doing this again.
Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most
If I
reckless thing
recall
I've
correctly,
ever seen
barely
you do.
anyone knows this yet. I think we're the only ones.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
I'm not
We had to
quite
do
sure.
something.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. You traded your eyes for an incredible victory. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
Is it? I don't know.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still,
I
don't
mean,
like
at
this
least
outcome,
we, you
and I
know,
don't
solved
mind
the
being
issue of
suicide
Rerir's
confident.
existence. Seemingly for now. I don't think that's the end for him. Clearly not, but still.
people suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith,
I would
strength,
like to.
or in this case, your ability to even see.
I would like to know what what Nefer did though.
I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
By the way, I was slightly confused for a second because it seemed like Loma was just clutching around. Her legs were
Thank
gone,
you.
but then I
Really.
saw that she's just like floating in the air.
All done.
That was basically it. Did Nefer recover?
Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan
Okay.
to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest.
In that sense, you probably need some, I don't know, something to actually keep them closed,
My
because
dear
I couldn't do
friends,
that,
We
probably.
have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A
Or
dark
it'd probably
cloud
just
has
be
been
used
lifted
to
from the
opening them
skies
up
of
and
Nod-Krai.
then whoopsie.
All in this land will be grateful.
I mean, I guess it's
for
fine
what
as
you
long
have
as it
done.
doesn't screw with anything. Or I would feel like they do.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both.
Yehoda shows up and helps Nefer to get home. And you, of course, have Paimon to escort you back. Well, we don't really need the help, I think, but we'll take it anyway. The sight of Nefer navigating the road with her eyes closed is a new one for you. She proceeds cautiously, but as her silhouette disappears into the distance, you notice she almost seems smug.
There's something I want to let you know.
Us. Oh, sure, we are alone now, I guess. No, and Lama is
What
still
is it?
here. What did Nefer do?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt.
Is that knowledge we want to have? I
And
don't
since
think
Nefer's eyes
so.
were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Oh. Yeah, that's interesting.
Huh. Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual
I was about to
damage.
say, she probably just
I
feels
thought I should tell you.
the feelings, not the what actually happened.
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
which is good knowledge to have.
You have no idea how
Still,
glad
I would
am to
like
hear
to know
that.
what just happened. I guess we technically know everything, apart from whatever Nefer did. You can't help but break into a smile at the word friends as a warm and fuzzy feeling fills your chest. And one by one, your fellow teammates report in to inform you that everything is under control. At Llama's insistence, you lie down. You fought on the front line against Rerir, and now you need rest. And is the situation solved for the time being? But meanwhile, the traveler just lies down, I think, in the inn.
Hey, you're awake!
Oh, hang on, that's not quite... No, it is, I
How
think.
are you feeling? Any aches and
It looks a
pains?
little... It
Did you
feels a
sleep
little
well?
different, but I think it was just to be you.
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew. Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Surprised by
Glad to
that.
hear
I
you
don't
didn't
think the
starve.
travel is usually
How
one
was
who
the
would
food?
sleep this long.
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Sure. And I guess the traveler's just gonna stand up, apparently 2 days later. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, I think, and then we'll see ourselves back in just can't speak anymore. 5 minutes time. So I'll see you in 5 minutes as soon as I have everything set up, so that you actually have a timer as well. That would probably be beneficial, I think. There we go. Anyway, I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, welcome. Well, that's a little bit loud. Anyway, welcome back to actually this game. Once again, discussions following up after what the big fight was just a minute ago, or 5 minutes ago.
We're here!
Okay, I didn't expect that. I'm gonna have to take that clip at some point.
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
Well, luckily we at least somehow managed to, you know, wake up.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
I do like the fact that they have now at this
Relieved
point
to
brought
hear it.
on the
If that changes,
traveler,
just let me know.
actual traveler
Happy to
voice at
check you over at
least,
any
even
time.
though they still tend to flip around.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Never?
How are her eyes doing?
That is a question that I was basically about to
Never's
ask.
right over there.
Oh,
I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
I can at least see Walker back there. So let's see. What happens if we talk? Oh, we can't talk to them again? Oh, hang on. Is it just the same text again? Yes, it is. Okay, never mind.
Traveler and Paimon!
It's the same
How are you
text
feeling?
again.
Much better.
Relieved to
Yep.
Is it? I'm surprised that
How
that we
are her
can.
Never's right. I'm sure she'd love to catch.
That is actually possible to trigger it. Let's see. We have Walker here. Oh, we have Dory here as well.
Hello, you. Recovered from the battle?
We have at least.
Come on, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna ask. I care about my friend's well-being. And we are friends, aren't we? Get yourself a drink. You've more than earned it. In fact, today, your drinks are on me. Lord Sangamabe's got you covered.
Wow, really? What about Paimon? Has she earned it too? Has she? Please?
I don't know.
Well, you haven't been through quite as much as the Traveler, but... what the heck, sure.
I mean, she's our companion. Might as well do that.
Yay! Wow! Drinks on Dory! What a historic day.
I feel like. Okay, no, never mind. I was actually about to say. I mean, I don't think you can really separate her and the actual her and the traveler, but never mind. It has now happened plenty of times.
Hey, keep your voice
She was
down,
clingy
and everyone
pretty
else
much
is gonna
before.
like her too.
But she has become more.
You
Oh well,
Have you heard
she
anything I've been
has
saying
gained the
recently?
ability to, you know,
Doing
stay
business
away.
in Nod-Krai has been an absolute nightmare. If I'm buying for everyone, oh,
Okay. Paimon will speak more quietly. Jeez.
Make sure to not bankrupt
that's
anyone.
more like it. Don't you forget, Lord Songama Bay doesn't just go around buying drinks for anyone and everyone.
Although I guess she could probably afford it. Well, yeah, probably not. If you're literally building. There's. Okay, let's do Valker first, and then we're gonna go back to
I
Dine's
thought of a
life.
1,000 ways to congratulate you, but
At the back,
now
and then
you're
Nefer
here, words are
next,
failing me.
or after that.
The honorary knight stuns them speechless once again.
I do still like the fact that they have put more
Well
attention
said.
into
The honorary knight showed us all how it's
into
done.
animations.
The other knights told me that Mondstadt was the first stop on your journey. All of us are truly delighted to count you as our friend. I'd like to thank you for supporting the Knights of Favonius, and also for helping us save Nod-Krai. Nonsense! Of course I'm gonna mention it. This is more than just business. It's a relationship. And there can be no relationship without showing gratitude where it's due.
Well, that's him completed. Next up we have Dine's. If there's anyone else around. Nope, just him. Yep, just him. Well, let's speak to him first.
I
To make
see
sure we
you've
actually
recovered.
manage to gather him
You
instead
bet.
of
Snooze
Nefer.
his way to a full recovery.
Well, this, I mean, at least I feel like if we triggered Nefer, we will just move ahead. Let's see, I'm doing much better. Thanks for checking
Glad to
on
hear
me.
it. A healthy body is paramount. Nothing else in life is possible without it. So take it slow. You can't afford an injury.
I'm so grateful that you decided to help us in the end. To be fair, I'm surprised that, you know, the traveler hasn't hurt himself in some capacity at this point. But then again, I guess plot armor.
I
Literally.
came to accept that although Rerir was my friend in the past, here and now, he was an enemy that must be defeated. Though I will never fully understand what happened between us, I could not let this crisis deepen any further. We fought a very necessary battle, and you played your part admirably.
I would still like to know where he went. I do expect him to come back at some point. Thank you. I know it was hard, but you'll get through this.
And if you ever need to talk, just remember, we're always here.
I'll do that.
Alright, now we're going to go to Nefer.
Our drink recommendations?
And let's see what she has to say. Can we sit down? What happens if we... Can we sit down while we are talking? Oh, we can. But the game doesn't account for that, unfortunately.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well?
Much better thanks to a good rest. You're looking well too, and she has her eyes open
Turns out
again.
that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Imagine if they had some
You gotta
blind
be careful. Lauma
blind
says not to strain your
character
eyes
at
while
some
they're
point,
still
and if
healing.
you switch to that, you would just say black. That would be interesting.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Well, that's convenient.
Oh, sure. Coming. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us
Awfully
some drinks on the
convenient
way back.
from
Paimon,
Llama, to be
you
fair.
Still like 'em sweet?
But yeah, let's see. I do want to know what kind of ability Nefer used back then.
You bet. Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it.
Sure thing.
What's on your mind?
The Rerir of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think?
I wish he be a snake. I guess crawling through some kind of gap where you won't expect... I do expect him to appear somewhere.
No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say.
I guess he didn't like seeing people go down the path of vengeance.
Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living.
When I look at your life, I see a lot of things that you can depend on.
If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him. And why the other tribes ganged up on him.
I guess fool is referring to a bit of him lying, I guess.
Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception?
Sadly, I've never heard the Ibis King's voice. What's he actually like?
King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers.
But they're probably difficult ones.
His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf.
For just one, though.
Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me.
Sounds like he was nice enough to you. You definitely sound like father and daughter.
So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win
He had
people's
his
approval.
own personal intentions, obviously.
He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. But it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think?
Oh, we have an actual choice. I mean, I would say no. Because, you know, there's third. And you can't really do anything much with third, probably. Well, you can still use it. No, let's go with no.
Really? Well, it takes a very kind person to find compassion even for liars.
I mean, they're still useful.
If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves.
It of course depends on what
For
the
example,
liar
when
is,
something
I
good
guess.
falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around.
I guess this guy just casually lying, or is the person just constantly doing that? Like, can you still rely on them usually? You know? I have a feeling some people over there have overheard that.
So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them.
Is that your way of saying you've warmed up to them now?
Oh, is that what it looks like?
Okay, if they're all the way over there, and I'm a little surprised that they managed to hear that, but I guess the audience is a little quiet this time around. 'Cause I think if you usually wouldn't really hear that. Let's see. What it looks like is you're starting to see us also
Well,
as your friends.
You all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least.
That's a little awkward.
When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly.
If you think about it, what we saw now could, I guess, technically, effectively bankrupt Nefer in terms of, like, survivability?
If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my
Because, like, if you
wishes
think about it,
as
if we
a friend.
leaked the information that we now
But
have
don't
from
forget,
Nefer, she
will
would
also
probably
be
be done in
watching
the
you like a
intelligence
hawk.
world. People would just abuse that.
Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something.
What is it?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Wait, who? Who was she talking about? And that's... Oh, well, that act is not done yet.
Huh?
It's not done
Am I
yet, is it?
Imagining things?
Well, that's interesting.
So, that close colleague who stayed behind.
Oh,
with you,
right.
What's he been
I
up to
forgot about
recently?
them.
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
So, of course, we still have Sanjoni
If he's
and
disappeared without a trace,
Nave.
it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world.
Alakino.
But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Well, there's still things going on. The story isn't done yet. But we do still have plenty of things to go. Listen to what everyone is talking about. Walker, Albedo, and Durin.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble, young man.
Wasn't he... I mean, I would say he was like one of the main players
You played
in this
an
in the
indispensable
mission.
role in the battle for Nod-Krai. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important to learn how to respond to words of admiration.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
I guess Durin is basically Albedo's
See?
student.
Did you
so to
catch
say.
that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
I get a feeling that he's not really confident in himself. Seriously, great work, everyone. You all did ours
Hey,
yourselves.
look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
And he actually sits down.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh?
We have
You
had
know
a
how to
few
order at a
at
bar
this
now?
point, but sure.
You've sure learned a lot recently.
And speaking of that, hydration time.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
But as long as it went fine...
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him.
Which is a little surprising that it worked, to be honest.
When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight.
And then we just used that opportunity to just throw him into a hole.
For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot.
Which I guess was where we
confrontation took
actually...
place.
Yeah, where we were at earlier.
The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us.
That is actually interesting. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I gotta think about it. I was expecting it to be a much more difficult, and he just spontaneously joined in. But nope. Nope.
Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
Confronting a former friend in battle, that can't have been easy.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him than staying in limbo.
To be honest, yes. And also, what would have happened if it went wrong?
Absolutely.
Not like that's a risk that you could do and have in this game, or in games like this, but still.
He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now, it's time to kick back and celebrate.
For a little while, at least. I don't think it'll take too long for someone to show up again, or for us to get into the next trouble, right? Well, Nefer is gone. Oh no, Nefer has moved. Strangely enough. Why?
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you.
And of course, she's also still around. Shouldn't be surprising.
I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
Well, thinking about it is, or guessing is fine, but you want
I
confirmation.
mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
What would she supply, though? I don't think she has any
The
items.
chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nod-Krai, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
Well, I guess she just has the
It's
information.
nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too.
Yeah, I guess don't get onto the bad side for anyone who works in intelligence.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangamabe. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way.
But what is Niffer's plan here, though?
You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it.
Oh, yeah, I do recall. I think it's in the north of Sumeru, right?
My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives.
Yeah, Dora's a bit, she's cunning, I guess, like in terms of business, but she's also nice in the background. I do
It was
recall
something I looked into.
that
But
information.
after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
Which is clearly not everything, as we had already known for a while, and Nefer
So,
obviously
what's
already
the problem
also
with
knows.
that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just making Mora.
I mean, I would love to be rich, but I also would like to follow my hobbies.
You don't get it, do you? My
Although I guess
dream
that's
is to
kind of a
invest in other
combination.
people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
I guess in
And the
general.
pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Wait, what kind of favor?
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long time.
Oh, true. Never. Yeah, kind of forgot Nefer was
Yeah.
also from Sumeru.
So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
Wouldn't it be kind of funny if they, you know, were like a story from a
That would be
accompanying
your mother, father, and sister?
Nefer can't stop, can she?
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, it just gets rid of it. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye.
Not everything
sorry.
will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Didn't we just have a discussion where the opposite was shown?
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
It certainly was. For
Oh,
Dory, at
absolutely.
least.
I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm as happy as can be. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Okay, so where are we switching next? We're getting out of the, Oh, we're switching back to Dumpslet and
you're here.
the marionettes.
Yes, I've thought a lot about it, and I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important.
Columbina is
So
you
I
know,
felt I had
reconnecting
to
with a
come
bunch
and
of
tell
people
you.
now, which is great to see. If I'm perfectly honest.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
But she's not really happy
Do you
about
not
that.
want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being coworkers? What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
What happened between them?
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Colonia, please see Lady Columbina to
What
the
happened
door.
between them though? They're kind of fighting against each other, I guess. Verbally, at
Will you
least.
still invite me to your next tea party? What? Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
I don't know what to think of that, to be honest. That was kind of... Columbina seemed like, yeah, no fucks given.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to,
Sure.
you know, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
How did we even get in here?
Why? Out of concern for my safety?
You're like in the middle of...
I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rerir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me. Given
We're
how
like in the middle
prepared
of
I
the
was.
institute, so... Or the barrier. How did we get in?
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
I spy books and teacups on the table. Afternoon tea. So we are interrupting after all.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste.
Sure, we'll
My
gladly
coasters
take that,
are
I
still
guess.
missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Eight coasters.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations.
Why look inside it? It was closed.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future.
I'm surprised that I guess we're well known
And
at this
other
point,
times,
but
I grit my
still.
teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming, and writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer.
But it does feel like we have once again well connected ourselves. Lord Artificer, you mean Elaine
Who
Guillotine?
else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
It's a bit of a flashback, isn't it?
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally?
I'm not
friend?
surprised. I mean, I guess she has this the clock thingy on her back as well.
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough.
So you actually have met him, but he lived hundreds of years ago.
Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all.
Normal.
We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them.
I probably would have done the same. Thinking about it.
I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been such a waste.
And I also gotta agree with that, to be honest.
So, that's where the formulas in your notebook are from?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, 'cause I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, René and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them, but it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past.
I'm a little bit surprised that we are getting into Fontaine now, but it does feel similar to what Anjoni has.
Unfortunately, childhood would
I guess it
end,
shouldn't be
the
surprising that
prophecy would come
they are
true,
somewhat related.
The apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world.
Why are they disabled
And
sometimes?
if René and Alain...
That's weird. But interesting, they got
years.
killed by the prophecy.
But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was René. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with René. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that René only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about René's motives.
So,
perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in René's mind. Even then. The next time they met, René's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted
I mean, it does
in a
feel
wave
like
that
at this point
swallowed
that
up the
that
world,
everything is
even
kind of
before the
like
apocalypse
converging into
came.
each other.
And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance.
Oh.
As I understand, René wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, René awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late.
I guess it was when we were
What do you
at
think of René?
the place.
Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective.
I wonder if this changes anything. Let's have a look, another look at the story that she was telling. Let's see. Hard to tell, to be honest. I actually don't know.
What a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive and insightful answer.
It's hard to
if we
tell,
dug
really,
into
because
it
it does
further.
feel a bit of a 50-50. What about you? What's your
I
take on
don't like
Renee?
fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in the labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin.
This might be more
the Lord
important
Artificer.
information.
He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after
By the way,
that,
still surprised that we're
Alain
still
lost his
continuing on.
friends and
The banner that we have read up the story had actually happened a while back.
to his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form
Did we
of
even ever go into
transcendental
that?
knowledge or power.
I don't think
He
in the
was
main story, at
suspicious
least.
and fearful of it, having seen the way it had affected his
There are plenty of
closest
areas that I
friends.
just never really visit.
I think that formulas and machines derived
Because
solely
right
from
now I'm
human
basically just
intellect
focusing on the
were
main
the only
story.
thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nod-Krai Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his
So,
childhood.
did he
but which he
in the
barely
end do
touched in
basically
his
what
adult
he
life.
meant to do?
He told me that the director of the Nod-Krai Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep.
I guess, I mean, we are viewing the story as... Or I think this was before Prophecy, so that's why we were seeing these.
I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nod-Krai Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with its work. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute.
Oh, I was about to say, what were we doing in the Fontaine prison? But never mind, that's not where we are at.
And that is the story of two people from the Nod-Krai Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world?
Doesn't everyone kind of have
Even
that?
the
At least I would
grandest tree
hope
starts
everyone
as a
does.
tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who
Realistically,
mattered to
that's
them.
the main
Desires to
thing
explore the meaning of
you would have to
life.
do, right?
Ambitions to have a successful career. They didn't want to see all of that taken away.
First,
in
take care
one
of
fell
yourselves, and
swoop.
then you can take care of others.
Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storms of life. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world?
I think so.
way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work.
Well, we're him or something.
Always that way.
Also still curious about what will be here. When we'll actually get there.
Alright, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth.
Oh, she got the
go
stories
speak
from
with
Alec.
Colonia now.
Makes sense, she was
You
in
guys
Front
can do
10.
whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Colonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
Well, I guess we got onto her good side after all. I mean, it at least seems to be the case. And we went outside. I was expecting us to stay in there, but no mind, I guess. Well, that seems to be it for today. I think. That is the Act 4 story now. Basically completely completed. Looking forward to what the rest of the game of the thing is. I'm not sure what to think about the rest, to be honest. Didn't really expect it in the sense. And also, it's not quite clear what will happen. Okay, hang on. In the later stages. So that's, of course, something that will also be interesting. But yeah, I guess so far, that was it for Genshin. I think next week we'll have Senless. So looking forward to that, to be honest. And yeah. Just gonna go up there and, you know, stay here, I guess. Well, thank you very much for watching. This one was a bit more quieter one, but that's fine. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, then please leave a like, follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And aside from that, make sure to stay tuned for more Senless next week. And then Genshin the week after. And yeah, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Have a good night.
Mm.